Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm super excited to share with all of you my unboxing of my Beautylish XL Lucky Bag. So if you're interested in seeing what I got in my Lucky Bag and trying out all of these products with me, then just stick around. So in case you guys aren't familiar with Beautylish's Lucky Bags, basically at the end of every year, Beautylish sells these mystery bags, which they call Lucky Bags. And they come in a regular size and an XL size. And for the regular Lucky Bag, it is $75, but you get over $150 worth of products. And then for the Lucky Bag XL, which is what I have this year, it is $150, but you get over $300 worth of products. So I am extremely excited about this Lucky Bag because I got my first ever Beautylish Lucky Bag last year, and I really loved almost all of the products that I got in that bag. In fact, the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette, which became one of my best of 2021 eyeshadow palettes, was from my Lucky Bag. And also, these Lucky Bags have a special place in my heart because my original Lucky Bag video was one of my most successful videos. And I filmed that video at a time when I had just barely started my channel. It was one of my very first videos. And so at the time I had maybe like 10 subscribers or so. So it was really amazing to me when that video got over 1,000 views, and I think nowadays still some folks watch it, and so for me and my channel, these Lucky Bags do play a really special role, and so I'm excited this year to have scored one of their extra large Lucky Bags. So thanks so much to all of you who watched last year's video, and thanks as well for joining me for this year's video. So without further ado, let's dive into this box. So I have not yet opened this. I only cut this open because I wanted to show you guys the unboxing on camera. So let's go ahead and open this up. Whew, there we go. Wow. So as with last year, there is this really cute paper that everything is wrapped in. Very, very festive for Lunar New Year. So here we have this little tag that says, Lucky Bags are a Japanese New Year custom that inspired us to create our own. The shisa on this year's Lucky Bag are known as guardians in Okinawa, Japan. They are said to ward off evil spirits while keeping good spirits in. We hope the surprises inside invite you to leave the bad behind and take the good with you into 2022. So very, very cute, really sweet message there. So now let's see what's inside here. I love the surprise component with this. Okay, getting that paper out of the way. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, everything is in bubble wrap. Let me just put this on my desk. And here's a better look at that paper, just in case you're curious. Really, really fun, festive design. Alrighty, now let's open things up. Oh my gosh, is this what I think it is? It's the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 3 palette. Oh my gosh. So I have this already. In fact, you guys can check out my channel. I have a couple videos using this. But man, I am so surprised they put this in a Lucky Bag because this has been completely sold out. It was a limited edition product. Totally sold out. So wow. Okay, this is definitely going into a giveaway for you guys. So I've been waiting until I hit 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully that happens sometime in the next couple months, and at that point I'll be doing a giveaway. And so I am not going to open this. For today's look, I'll just use my existing palette, but this is a really amazing deal because I mean this palette alone was $125 and this bag was $150, so it's really awesome that they included this in here because this palette never went on sale or anything. It just sold out really quickly. And if you guys have watched my previous reviews of this, it is an amazing palette. Such gorgeous shades, really unique for a larger makeup brand. hand and just super, super fun to play around with. So we will definitely dig into this later on in today's video. But for now, let me just put this aside, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so you can be eligible for the giveaway. So let's see. Next up, we have this guy. So this is a towel scrunchie. Huh. That's cute. Interesting. So you can put this on your wet hair. So it's basically highly absorbent, and you just wrap your hair in it. Interesting. Huh. I'll have to try this out and let you guys know. I have pretty long hair, so it does take it a pretty long time to dry. If this works, that would be amazing. But I am a little bit skeptical just because I don't know how, wrapping this around is necessarily gonna help a lot, but at least I guess this will keep your hair out of your face while it's wet and at least provide some degree of absorbency. So very cute. This is definitely a product I would not have picked up on my own, but we'll see. Hopefully it works out. So the next product that we have here is this Heroline from Hindash. And I'm pretty stoked for this because I've actually been eyeing this product because I've been really excited about Hindash's makeup line. He is a makeup artist that I follow on YouTube, and I just love the looks that he does. And I passed on his Beautopsy palette because I wasn't quite sure if I could integrate that into my makeup routine. But I use eyeliner basically anytime I put on makeup, so I'm really stoked to try out his product. So let me just go ahead and open this. Ooh, very chic. So this is what the eyeliner looks like. Really pretty silver chrome packaging. And let's open this up. Ooh, very nice long tip. And this is a brush tip. Very, very dark. So I am very stoked about this guy over here. This is a product I probably would have bought anyway at some point. So excited to get it in the bag. All right, next up, let's see, what do we have here? This is the Hourglass Flash Highlighting Stick. Interesting. Okay, let's open this up. I assume this is like a cream highlighter of some sort. All righty, let's see. Ooh, also very nice silver packaging. It's a triangular shape, and this is in the shade Bronze Flash. Oh, interesting. Is this like a bronzing stick? Huh, okay, yeah, it looks more like a bronzer than a highlighter. Intriguing. Okay, let me give you guys a quick swatch of that. Alrighty, okay. Not really sure. This looks like a highlighter. It's very, very bright, and it is described as a flash highlighting stick, but the shade is very bronzy. So I feel like this would work really well for someone with a pretty deep skin tone. I'm not really sure if this is gonna work for me, so that's interesting. I don't think that the Lucky Bag XL came in a light or dark version. I'll have to double check on that. Last year, I picked up the normal Lucky Bag in the dark version, and it worked out really well for me because all of the products were not complexion products. This is kind of an interesting choice because this is a complexion product, and you do need a pretty deep skin tone, I think, to pull this off. So that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure that I'll be able to get much use out of this, but I don't know. We'll try this later on today's look. Maybe it can be like a really shiny bronzy blush on my skin tone. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. And let's see, next up we have, we have a Happikiss from Charlotte Tilbury. And this is very exciting because if you guys watched my best of 2021 lip products video, the Hyaluronic Happikiss in Passion Kiss was actually one of my top products of the year. So this is in the shade Enchanting Kiss. All right, so let's open this up and see how this looks. So this is pretty exciting because I feel like this is a very underrated product. I feel like most folks did not really like it that much because the packaging definitely leaves something to be desired. It's very light, very plastic, and the internal component is white. So definitely for Charlotte Tilbury, not the kind of luxury experience you expect, but the formula is really amazing. And it looks like this is sort of a berry rose shade, so very different from the Happikiss that I have currently, which is a brownish rose shade. So excited to have this in my collection. I had been eyeing some more of these Happikisses. All right, moving right along, let's see what else we have here. Ooh, okay, I think this is from Wayne Goss. Yep, and this is a high shine gloss in the shade Hibiscus. Ooh, okay, I'm pretty excited about this because I tried one of Wayne Goss's lipsticks from, I think actually my Lucky Bag last year, and it was a really nice formula. Not necessarily my favorite lipstick formula, but very nice. And so I have been interested in trying out more of his makeup products because I really, really love his brushes. So this is really exciting. This will be a nice way to try out more of his lip products. So let's see. Ooh, okay, this is a really cute, everyday friendly shade. So kind of a peachy, golden, shimmery gloss. So we'll definitely have to try that out later. And then let's see, what do we have here? Oh, wow, okay, also from Wayne Goss, this is his Essential Lip Pencil. This is in the shade Vintage Pink. Interesting. So also excited to try out more of his products. At first I thought this was one of his eyeliners, which would be kind of ironic because I just picked up one of his eyeliners, but I'm glad this is his lip pencil so I can try a different formula. So let's see, what kind of shade is this? Oh, okay, this is a very, very light shade. Huh, interesting. Let me actually swatch that for you guys. Alrighty, yeah, a little bit lighter than what I typically go for. It's kind of interesting that they put this in the same bag as this illuminating stick because, I mean, I would assume this lip pencil would work best on someone with a pretty fair complexion, whereas this highlighter is definitely for someone with a pretty deep complexion. So I don't know, maybe they're just trying to hedge their bets. Alright, next up, I am very excited for this one. So this is one of the Beautylish Yanos series brushes, and this is brush number 5. Okay, so let me open this up. So I've been wanting to try their Yanos series for the longest time. If you guys have been watching my channel, you know that I love Fude brushes, and Beautylish is my go-to place for Fude brushes. And this is such a cute little brush. Okay, I am really excited about this. I think this will be a perfect brush for highlighter and under eye powder. Also, I think it's really cute that the bottom has this slant to it. That's a nice design detail. So this is such a soft brush. I feel like this is almost certainly blue squirrel hair. And yeah, I think this will be perfect for that under eye area and highlight. So very excited for this. And let's see, next up, it looks like we have a nail polish. So this is from Smith & Cult. This is the shade Forever Fades Fast. So as you guys can probably tell, I don't really do much with my nails, so this might have to go into a giveaway as well. I do actually have another nail polish from Smith & Cult, and I will say that they have a very nice formula, and I also do really like their packaging. So let me give you guys a close-up. It has a really pretty heavy top to it, very nicely designed. But yeah, I'm not really sure if it's worth it to me to keep this, so stay tuned. This might show up in a giveaway. Alright, so now we have the last product. This looks like skincare, and yep, it is the glycolic acid toner from Good Molecules. So that is a solid product. Let's open this guy up. Alrighty, wow, okay, this is a decent sized bottle of toner, quite weighty. I haven't actually tried that much from Good Molecules. In my Lucky Bag last year, I got their pineapple exfoliating powder, and so I do use that occasionally, but I haven't actually tried anything else out from the brand. I am always down to try out new toners though, so I will definitely put this to use and keep you guys updated. So those are all of the products. So now let's go ahead and put all of these on my face. So at the moment, I only have a little bit of skin tint and concealer and then my brows done. And then I have a tiny bit of blush on. So I think that's perfect. We should be able to try out all the other products today. So to start out today's look, let's go into this Danessa Myricks Lightwork 3 palette. And this is the palette that I bought back when it was still available. So I've used this for a couple months now and have been really loving this palette. So here we have a close-up of the palette. On the outside you have 10 gorgeous eyeshadows, and on the inside you have 4 highlighters / glitter toppers. And here we have swatches of all of the beautiful shifty shades. So as you can see, all of these are incredibly creamy. So here you have a creamy dual chrome. This is an extremely high shine shifty shade. Another shifty iridescent shade here. A very beautiful high shine gold. A pressed glitter. And as you can see here, even though these 4 shades look white in pan, they do have different shades in their reflect. So you have gold, pink, green, and blue. And then another cream dual chrome, another really high shine shifty shade. And I especially love this one over here, Gaia. It's just a really beautiful shade that can both be a little bit more neutral or really glam. And then another creamy dual chrome, and then a really excellent creamy black. So let's just take a moment and admire how gorgeous these shades are. It is a little bit ironic that this is what came in this Beautylish bag, because one thing I had already put in the giveaway pile was this quad over here. So when I bought this, there was a little bonus quad that was just the center part over here. And so I'll probably have to split that up and do them in separate giveaways. So definitely stay tuned for some makeup giveaways. So for today's look, I'm going to start out with a black base by going into Black Hole with a synthetic brush. And I find that Black Hole is just a really easy to work with shade that provides the perfect base for a vibrant multi-chrome. So as you can see, it really goes on super easily. All of these formulas in this palette are very creamy. So I'm going to first just really pack this on. And now going in with this synthetic brush, I'm going to blend out the edges. And this formula is very easy to manipulate on the lid, so this isn't something that's just going to settle down and get stuck. And today I don't have any primer on my lids, so longevity is probably not going to be the best, but that's okay because I am filming this at night, and so I'm probably gonna take this off not that long after I film. Alrighty, so here is that initial black shade down, and so now let's see, what do I want to go in with next? There's just so many beautiful shades in this palette. I think I'm gonna first go in with Solar Rain, which is a very beautiful dual chrome, multi-chrome, lots of shift to this. So I'm gonna put this in the inner third of the eyes, scattering this with my finger. But look at how liquid that shade is. Next up, I'm gonna go into Martian. This is one of my favorite shades in the palette. It's just so pretty, really nice blue. And I'm gonna put this more in the center of the lids. Normally when I use this palette, I would just kind of go in with one shade, but today, in case any of you haven't seen my previous videos featuring this palette, I'm going to try to use more of the shades just so you can get a gist of how this palette is. Really pretty shift there. And then finally on the outer portion, I'm going to go into Galaxy. This is by far the most liquid shadow I have ever used. I mean, you can kind of see that in swatch. It's just very liquidy looking. So I'm just gonna tap this on the outer thirds. And don't worry, I'm gonna go in with a brush later just to refine everything. But for now, I just wanna get the shadows on the lids. So now going back in with that blender brush, I'm just gonna sweep around the outer edges, diffuse any lines. And one thing I really love about the formulations in this palette is they're all very soft. So you can definitely move the shadow around easily. I mean, you do have to be a little bit careful not to make everything very messy because it will move when you nudge it. But at least you don't have to worry about everything getting stuck in the wrong place. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more galaxy to that outer V area using this brush. And I'm not being too precise today because I kind of just want to play around with this palette. I am excited that because this came in this bag, it's given me another excuse to play with it on camera. Since this has been sold out everywhere, I've been avoiding using it on camera since you guys can't get it, but I guess you can still get it in lucky bags. And then I'm just gonna take the other side of this brush to try to diffuse any edges on the lid as well. Clean the corners like this, not the most sophisticated technique, but it works. So as you can probably tell, those multi-chromes added some nice shine and shift to the lids, but they're not quite as shiny as what I would like to go for. So that's where these glitter toppers come in. So today I'm gonna go into Spring Equinox, which is the green shifting shade. And I'm going to scatter this on top of where I put Martian down earlier. So this is just going to heighten the shine down the center of the lid. And then again, I'm just gonna blend things out a little bit after cleaning off that blending brush. Also lightly dab the corners just to avoid any harsh edges. And now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna first go into Black Hole again. And taking a small synthetic brush, I'm going to brush this just on the outer portion of my eyes. Okay, that was maybe a little bit too much, but it's okay, I can clean that up later. And to just show you guys some more shades, I'm gonna take Gaia and sweep that on the outer portion of the lash line, and you can see just how incredibly sparkly that shade is. Really lovely how easily these shades apply. Actually, let me sweep that towards the center as well. So pretty. And then cleaning that off, I'm gonna go into Soul. This is a much more flaky shade, and I'm gonna put this on the inner thirds of the lower lash line. And now for inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this Golden Eclipse shade. These are very, very flaky shades. And lightly tap that on the inner corner and then diffuse that out. Just get some nice shine from that. And then for the brow bone, I'm gonna tap into Blue Moon. This is the one that, as the name suggests, has a blue shift. Wow, okay, that was a little intense. Let's spread that between my two eyes. Try to diffuse that a little bit. As you can see, these can be quite high shine, but very fun. All right, so here is the finished eyeshadow look. So now let's go in with some eyeliner. So I'm very excited to try out this Hindash eyeliner. Let me actually zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm doing. So let's just try to apply this. Okay, this is gliding on very easily so far, which is good. Alrighty, so far so good. Alrighty, that was pretty quick and easy considering this is my first time using this eyeliner. Usually there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve. So this isn't completely opaque on the first stroke, but you can easily build it up to make it opaque even on top of these pretty intense shimmers. I really like how, because the tip is very thin, you can definitely get a pretty crisp wing if you work at it. Today, of course, I'm doing this on camera, so this is probably not going to be the best eyeliner job ever, but I think that was relatively quick and easy to do. Overall, very good first impression from me. I think the brush is stiff enough that you can really have a lot of control in terms of defining the wing, but it's also soft enough that you can kind of sweep it across your eyes without any tugging or pushing. I do hope that he eventually comes out with a version of this that's brown instead of black, because personally, on a daily basis, I do prefer to use a brown eyeliner. I find that it's just slightly less graphic looking, but so far so good with this eyeliner. Alrighty, so now we have the true wild card of today, which is this Hourglass Illuminating Stick in this very bronzy shade. But let's see, I mean, I think as a backup, I could try using this as a cream eyeshadow. It does have a really nice sheen to it. But today, let me just see what happens when I try to apply this to my face. This might not end well, but we'll see. So I'm going to start with it kind of as a highlighter on the high points of my cheeks. Okay, actually that's not too bad. Huh, interesting. I think because I have a peachy blush on, it doesn't stand out too much. It kind of looks like an extension of the blush. In general, I think it's less shiny on the cheek than it was in the swatch. So let me try building that up just to see if I can use this as almost kind of a blush highlight duo. Alrighty, actually that was not too bad, not bad at all in fact. Okay, so definitely on its own, it's not necessarily a highlighter for me, but I think that it gives a really nice bronzy glow to the skin, such that if you put it where you have blush normally, slash if you put it on top of a blush, it actually looks pretty good. Alrighty, that's good. I was questioning their decision to put this in this bag, but it's actually looking pretty good. Good job, Beautylish. So I do want to try this Yanos series brush though, so let's go in with a little bit more highlight, why don't we? So dipping back into this Danessa Myricks palette, let me just take a little bit of this Spring Equinox shade because I do want some of that beautiful green shimmer. And let's just apply this on top. Okay, I got a little bit too much over there. Let's see if I can move that around a little bit. This can be a little bit intense as a cheek highlighter. Alrighty, okay, so this brush is very soft and really nice, but I think my application was not the best, so let me try on this side. Alrighty, this side I think is looking a little bit better. I don't know if you guys can actually see the green in the monitor. Let me try to build up a little bit more. I mean, I'm not going out after this, so we can play around as much as we want with the makeup and it's fine. Alrighty, so not a whole lot to report with this. It's a very soft, comfy brush, and it seems to do a good job at applying highlighter, but I will wash this and report back to you guys as I continue using this brush. I am especially excited to use it for under eye setting because I think this tip is not the most useful for highlighter, but I think it'll be very useful for getting into that inner corner for under eye powder. So moving right along, let's try these lip products out. So first off, let's go in with this Hyaluronic Happikiss. So let me first give you guys a swatch so you can see this is a super creamy formula. This is by far one of the most comfortable lip formulas I tried in 2021, so I would highly recommend this formulation. Despite being super comfortable and creamy, the product has really good pigmentation and staying power. So let me just screw up a little bit more of this, and you just twist the bottom to screw it up. And let's apply this. Alrighty, here we go. So one downside of the product is you do kind of get it all over the applicator whenever you use it. So the applicator usually looks a little smudgy, but that's okay. Let me just put the lid back on that. So this shade obviously does not at all go with this look. Don't worry, I'll take it off and try the other products as well. But I do really like this color for a day where I want more of a coral poppy look. I think this brings a lot of vibrancy and life to my face and would be really flattering in the spring and summer months. The taste / fragrance of this product is very much vanilla birthday cake sweets, so it's pretty pleasant if you like those sorts of sweet tastes. But it's not too strong either. You mostly notice it as you're putting it on and immediately afterward. So I took that off my lips, so now let's go into these Wayne Goss lip products. So let's first try out this lip pencil. I'm a little bit skeptical because I think it's lighter than my lips, but let's see. Okay, yeah, definitely lighter than my lips. I'm gonna actually just go ahead and fill this in so you guys can really see the color. Alrighty, so here we have the lip liner on the lips, and overall the formula was really creamy and easy to apply. It's so far pretty comfortable on the lips. I will say though, I don't know how much I'm actually going to be using this particular shade because it is decently lighter than my natural lip shade. And typically with lip liner, I'm trying to provide some contour for the edges of my lips. If I want something really light, I'll just go in with a light lipstick instead of starting out with lip liner. But we'll see how it looks with the lip gloss on top. So next up, let's just go ahead and swatch this lip gloss here. So really pretty shade, very shimmery, almost slightly metallic with just how shiny it is. But I think it's a good match for this lip liner. So let's just dip in a bit more and put some of that on. The flavor of this lip gloss is kind of minty, which is not something I normally expect from this sort of liquid lip gloss. I wonder if there's supposed to be any plumping properties to this. But all right, there we go. So this is a very sort of 90s frosted lip look. Definitely not what I typically go for. But I think on the plus side, it kind of goes with today's eye and cheek look because it's very neutral, very understated with just some shine to it. So here we have the final look. What do you guys think? So with this final look, let's go over my overall initial impressions and review of this Beautylish Lucky Bag. So of course, all of the Lucky Bags come with slightly different items. Basically, the only guarantee you have is that it'll be worth at least $300 for this XL and $150 for the regular. So you might or might not get any of the same products that I got in my bag. For me, I would say that if I had not picked up already the Danessa Myricks Lightwork 3 palette, I would be head over heels in love with this bag, incredibly excited because that was one of my favorite releases of 2021. And so if I did not already have this, I would have been really excited to get it in this bag. I mean, I paid full price $125 just for this palette. So if I could get it along with all of these other products for $150, it would have definitely been a win in my book. Of course, because I already have this palette, it's a little bit less exciting, and I do think that is the downside with Beautylish Lucky Bags. If you have a ton of eyeshadow palettes already, usually the eyeshadow palette is going to be the most expensive product in the bag, and so at that point there's a decent chance you'll get a palette that you already have. I am glad though that because I have this channel, at least I can share this palette with one of you guys. I think that is a really amazing giveaway gift because you can't buy this anymore, and this is just such a fun, amazing palette. In terms of the other products in this Lucky Bag, I added up their full price retail value, and it comes out to be $240, which is pretty good because again, I only paid $150 for this. But there are some products in this haul that I'm not really sure if I'll get much use out of. So for one, very TBD about this towel scrunchie. I mean, this might totally blow my mind. I'll use this later today and I'll update you guys in my monthly favorites, but I'm not super confident about this product yet. And then also this nail polish, I think this is actually really excellent for most people. If you are someone who likes neutral nail polishes and you paint your nails regularly, then this is a really excellent brand, and this color is a really nice rose neutral. For me personally, I just don't really paint my nails very often, and so I'm not really sure if I'll get any use out of this. In terms of a toner, this is also something that's very much a question mark for me at the moment. My skin generally does get along pretty well with glycolic acid, so hopefully this works out. but I do have pretty sensitive skin. So it's basically either gonna work well or it's gonna totally break me out and I'll have to stop using it. So we'll see. This is also a keep you posted. I would say the one item that I would have definitely gone out and bought myself is this Hindash eyeliner. I have been eyeing this. This has been on my Beautylish wish list. This is only $23, so it's not really worth getting, of course, the whole lucky bag for this. But this is a really solid product that I probably would have picked up at some point one way or another. The other product that I might have gone out and bought myself is this brush. It is pretty pricey. This is a $65 brush and it's a pretty small brush at that. So I don't know for sure that I would have bought this myself at some point, but I definitely have been eyeing their Yanos series brushes. So for me, this is definitely one of the main wins of this lucky bag in terms of being a product I don't have already, have been interested in, but would not necessarily have bought for full price. For the rest of these products, I would say I really like the formula, but the shades are kind of questionable for me. So first off, with this Hyaluronic Happikiss, as I mentioned already, I love this formula, so there's no doubt about that. The shade is not exactly the one I would have picked up if I had a choice, but I do like it. I don't think I'll get as much use out of it as my Passion Kiss, which is just a much more neutral everyday shade. But I think this is a really cute shade and I can see myself wearing it when I want more of a pop of color. For this lip pencil, this is definitely a product I would not have picked up by myself. I mean, I probably at some point would have tried Wayne Goss's lip liners, but this shade is interesting. I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring out how I feel about such a light lip look. For this particular look, I'm kind of digging it because it does mute the lips down, but typically I would definitely prefer a deeper lip liner. For the lip gloss, so far it's pretty comfortable and cooling on the lips. The menthol kind of gives it that cooling sensation. I am finding it a tiny bit sticky when I put my lips together. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little bit of stick there. So I am pretty picky with my lip gloss formulas just because I do have a pretty big lip gloss collection and I wear lip gloss basically constantly during the day. So far this is not really blowing my mind in terms of formulation. This is a nice color though, and on top of this lip liner, I do feel like this is a nice combo for when I have really dramatic eye looks. So the jury's still out on this lip gloss. And then finally we have this bronzy highlight stick. And this is definitely the product that I am most uncertain about in terms of how much continued use I'll get out of it. I actually am liking how today's look turned out. So I think that this is a lot more usable on my skin tone than what I initially thought just based on this swatch. It is interesting to me though that they put this in the Lucky Bag because for Lucky Bag XL there's not a light versus deep version and they do say they don't include any complexion products. So I would have thought they would maybe avoid highlighters as part of that. But we'll see. I am glad that at least so far it seems like this is usable on my complexion, and the formula was actually really nice. It blended in super easily. I don't see any harsh edges whatsoever on my cheeks. So who knows, maybe this will turn out to be one of my favorite products and it'll be something that I would have never picked up but for this lucky bag. So fingers crossed that's how things work out. On the whole, I would say I really enjoyed this first experience with the Lucky Bag XL. I would say just based on my 2 data points, so last year having a regular Lucky Bag and this year having Lucky Bag XL, overall, I think the Lucky Bag regular is slightly more worth it just because since you're only paying $75, the bar is just a little bit less high. It is clear to me that with the Lucky Bag XL, they do step it up in terms of having more luxurious products. Like last year, I got one Wayne Goss eye brush, and so this Yanos series brush is definitely a step up in terms of value. Also last year, I got some regular Kitsch scrunchies, and this jumbo scrunchie is also an obvious upgrade from that. And this Danessa Myricks palette is worth a lot more than the Natasha Denona midi palette I got last year. So I can see that they upgrade the products for the XL version, but I think the problem is just that the nature of Lucky Bags is because you have no idea what you're gonna get, there is a certain degree of risk involved. And so at least for me personally, I think in the future, I'll probably stick with the regular Lucky Bags just because for $75, it can't really go that wrong. Whereas I feel like with the $150, if you already have the palette or if there's some of the products that you can't use or don't like, the opportunity cost is quite significant just because you can get a lot of makeup for $150. So that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you guys picked up a Lucky Bag or Lucky Bag XL this year, I would love to hear what you got in your bag and what your thoughts are in terms of these Lucky Bags. Before I started buying these for myself, I did see pretty mixed reviews online, so I'm always curious to learn more about other people's experiences with these bags, given the randomness involved. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!